So do you know who Snooki is from Jersey Shore?
Yes, I know who Snooki is.
Okay,
I grew up living under a rock, but not that deep of a rock.
Yeah, you just never know with you. You and Leisure Suit Larry. I don't know what you know or don't know.
And Dear Avenger. Don't forget Dear Avenger.
Yeah, don't forget that one. But did you know, well, you didn't know this, but she has gone on a number of like podcasts and shows. She has had an actual like alien experience.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I saw her talking about it on another podcast the other day about how she believes that she was abducted by aliens.
Like Fran Drescher.
Yeah, like Fran Drescher.
Okay.
But so what happened to her is that she, like, her story starts where you're just kind of like, okay, this is very Snooki of you, like very out in outer space. But she said she was in her parents' pool and looking up and she saw this like light that was like flashing.
Okay.
And she was like, it wasn't normal. It obviously wasn't like a plane or a satellite. Like it was a very bright flashing. And she said that night she fell asleep and she had this insanely vivid dream that an alien came to her and they like stuck something in the back of her neck and she was literally like sucked out of her life. And like she was sucked out of like wherever she was. And then she doesn't remember anything other than that. And she woke up like with a very sore neck and feeling like she knew that it actually happened. And she now has a hole on the back of her neck. She has like an actual hole on the back of her neck and like, so she shows it to people and is like,
I don't know how to take that. I don't know how, when people have those types of stories, I don't know. I got nothing.
It could be an alien thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't it?
But that's what I'm saying is like, that's like something like I've never had anything like that. But she was like, it was the realest thing. Like the alien thing happened. And she's like, and I knew she's like, it was the most vivid dream ever. But then when I woke up, I knew that it had happened. And she's like, and then I had this hole in the back of my neck. My parents had never seen it before. Like, do you want to see?
I do want to see. Do you have a picture of said
I don't have a picture of said hole, but I have her talking about it. I saved her talking about it.
I grew up in the Hudson Valley.
He was saying like hello to me. Gianni thinks I'm psychotic. Where?
Hey, Snooki, I need you to come on the podcast.
So that was the one interview that I saved and then I started researching it. And so then in other places she says that like her parents, this is not something she's had all of her life. This was not like, so isn't that interesting? Google it. Yeah. See if you can find the hole in the back of her neck.
I want to know. Okay. But she was in a neck brace at one point.
Well, she was in a neck brace because she got in a car accident in Italy on Jersey Shore.
Oh.
She like rear-ended a police car.
Oh, that's nice. South Park.
Yeah, South Park Snooki.
All right, Snooki, if you hear this, please come on the podcast. I want to hear your story. Like, I seriously want to hear.
But isn't
everything.
that interesting? And like, I think the thing about her is that people don't take her seriously because of who she is. Like, her TV personality is like a drunken idiot. But I don't think she's a drunken idiot.
No.
I think she experienced something, like, to have that be a dream and then have like an actual like something left behind.
I want to know more. I want to know everything.
Yeah. If I can find the other podcast she was on, I'll send them to you.
Okay.
I've just seen TikTok clips and the Googs.
Let's get that Snooki.
Anyways. All right. Well, do you want a joke?
I do.
Okay. This one is not inappropriate, but it was stupid. It made me giggle. Not as bad as last week's or whatever weeks it was. Who knows?
I feel like the last 2 weeks you've gotten a cackle out of me.
I know. I feel like I'm going to with this one too.
Oh boy.
It's just stupid, but okay. Why do ducks have feathers?
Why?
So they can hide their butt quacks.
Their butt quacks.
Butt quacks.
I like it.
They don't have butt quacks.
They don't?
I don't know. I think it's just a poop shoot. Just no?
I think they have a butt crack.
A duck? Like, no, it's like a chicken. It's like a dog. Dogs don't have butt cracks. They just have a butthole that's like there.
Oh, you mean like the glute?
Yes,
the glute part.
Like we have an ass with a crack in the middle.
That's not like a butt. That's like the gluteus maximus.
Yeah, but that's what a butt crack is. But like they don't have a butt crack.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
They got a butt quack though.
It's a poop shoot.
A poop shoot. That's what I said.
Okay, we're talking way too long on this topic.
Guys, this is one of those double episodes where Meg and I recorded one first, and now you guys are around for the second. It means it's going to be a good time. We might not be here for a long time, but we're here for a good time.
A good time.
A good time.
A good time.
Because we're having a good time.
Yep. Having a good time. All right. Well, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Raina, ready to brew up some lunatic soup.
God damn it. Let's do that again.
It was good.
Nope. Again. Hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup. Nope. Hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your co-ghosts, Meg.
And I'm Raina.
Ready to brew up some lunatic. That's your line.
Letting you go with it, too. By the way, I'm keeping all these outtakes in. Try again. Una mas. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your co-ghosts, Meg.
And I'm Raina, ready to brew up some lunatic soup.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm literally, you guys will have heard all of them. I'm keeping all of those.
Okay.
You're not allowed to edit that episode because I'm keeping all of those in.
I'm going to edit the shit out of it.
No, you're not.
Probably
Anyways.
not.
All right, today we are doing Schilling's Dreamsicle. We have had this before.
Yeah. It's because it's 1 billion degrees out today, even though it's September when we're recording.
Yes, but Mr. Boo Boo went to buy us the Schilling's cider that wasn't there, so he got us this instead to surprise us. And guess what? He's like, it's hot outside. You need a creamsicle. And I was like,
true.
It's actually called Dreamsicle, but whatever. It has a cute cat on the front. We love cats.
I remember when we tried this before, like, I'm not a creamsicle fan.
Same.
At
And this
all.
was good.
So good. Because I like my, blood orange ciders. Right? And this is a lot of those types of notes to it.
But I don't love the blood orange ciders, and this was not I feel like those are very rindy to me,
Yeah.
like orange rind.
Yeah.
Where this is not at all. It's very like subtle. It's not like a lot of vanilla. I don't like a creamsicle in real life.
I don't either, like at all. I'll leave it behind, man.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but this cider is bomb. Well, let's try it.
So good.
So good. I can't even
So
explain
good.
how do they make that?
I love like blood orange or orange blossom ciders that we've had, and so good.
But it also like has this like little teeny hint of vanilla, but it's like
But not like
I
I hate cream soda.
Yeah, so
like,
do I.
It's just I just don't like the taste
And
of it.
vanilla,
or like
I'm
vanilla,
not
like
a
vanilla Coke. No way.
Yeah, I'm
Never.
not a vanilla person in general. Like, it has to be a very specific thing for me to like vanilla. I don't
So
know.
good.
But it's not just orangey. It has that little, like, I don't know. You guys.
It's good.
Yeah,
good.
Dreamsicle is bomb. It's not too sweet at all. Like, way less sweet than the one we drank last week.
Yeah.
Whatever week it was. I don't know.
Excelsior, Schilling's
Yeah.
Excelsior.
Berry one.
Berry
that
something.
we needed the fireball for, and then we lost Lester.
We still haven't found him.
Well, that was only a few hours ago. So.
It really was. I was trying to make it seem. Anywho's.
It's perfect.
Perfect. It's a little orange tabby cat on the.
Love it.
The cans are the best part of Schilling. I mean, Schilling's, you have a great product. Don't get me wrong. We're drinking it. But the cans.
I know. It's their, like, whoever does their product design.
It's fantastic.
Did you know that my uncle just got inducted in the Ski Hall of Fame?
Congratulations!
His dad just turned 99, is still alive, and they are now only the second father and son duo to be in the Ski Hall of Fame.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So
I love that.
It's on my mom's side of the family, so it's my uncle who's married in. But yeah.
Honestly, any good news right now, I want to take it and celebrate it.
Isn't that exciting?
Anything good.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
I know.
Congratulations, Raina's uncle.
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve. Congratulations, Uncle Steve.
Technically call him Drunkle Douchebag.
Congratulations, Drunkle Douchebag.
His wife lovingly named him that.
Please show him that.
I'll send this to the family clips. Yeah. Congratulations, Drunkle.
Drunkle, we're so excited for you.
So excited for you, Drunkle.
I love it. Okay. Anywho.
Any hoodles.
We are talking about the Greenbrier Ghost today. You've talked about this since like the inception of the podcast.
I have.
Yeah.
The Greenbrier Ghost.
You talked about this one a long time ago. You might not know that this is what it's called.
You're going to have to jog the old donut. Give it a little spin around.
Some sprinkles.
Got some sprinkles. Because maybe some chocolate glaze.
Speaking of, Boo Boo, if you're listening to this, because we're in the past, present, future.
He listens to everyone. I'll keep him for that.
I believe around this time last year, we had a lovely pumpkin cider with an array of little mini donuts that were pumpkin flavored.
I do recall
from a place that might be near where he works.
I believe it was the Krispy Kreme.
But they were little,
and they were the baby ones.
They were the baby ones, and they were pumpkin.
And it was heaven.
with the pumpkin cider.
It was the Fings. And it was really good.
Oh, and I talked to our friends at Fierce, and they're bringing back Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh, good, because I still have to give them a cocktail book that they participated in. I haven't brought it out to them yet.
Well, we're gonna have to.
I told them
we're
I
just
would,
gonna
but I
have to
forget.
go. We're just gonna have to go.
We do. But Mr. Boo Boo. So if you were to go to Krispy Kreme and get us some mini donuts, the pumpkin ones, specifically,
and maybe if we get some of that cheddar that we're waiting to find, and some Guardian of the Galaxy,
like if that were to happen,
we wouldn't be mad.
I would be not mad at all.
Not mad at all.
No, be happy.
I think that's what it's called.
I think it's happy. Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Oh, good. Okay. I need those moments in my life right now, you guys. I'm going through a like decision in my brain that I'm like deciding to like try and find the happiness in my current life that I feel like I'm not seeing.
Content. We got to find contentment and happiness, because
I think
happiness is a choice, right?
It is, but you just look at everything that's wrong all the time, or that's hard, or that is like so busy, or that like Meg and I were discussing earlier how like I'll do shit all day and then feel like I got nothing done, even though it's not like I'm just sitting on my phone doing nothing. I'm actually like working or doing housework, even though that's a pain in my ass, but whatever. And I'm like, I have to like eventually let myself feel somewhat accomplished.
I had a meltdown this week because I had a migraine for 6 days. And even though I still got all my work done, kept the house clean, everybody was fed, I still felt like a load of garbage.
Yeah. That was like when I was sick the other week and I spent 1 day in bed dying. And out of the week and a half, almost 2 weeks that I was like so sick I could barely function, where I just sucked it up. And I spent 1 day in bed where I just let myself.
Is this just a societal mom thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. It does make you want to just like move to the middle of nowhere and just be like,
I'm down. You don't have to ask me twice.
I don't know that I want to do that. I like shopping too much.
I don't at all.
I like societal norm things. I wouldn't be happy. I'm too much of a social person.
I can order groceries every day and be fine.
I literally did that when I lived in the middle of nowhere, Australia, and I was fucking miserable.
Apricot.
And there were spiders.
Nope.
Big ones.
The big ones. Well, the big ones you at least can see where they go.
That's a lie. I wasn't fucking miserable. I actually did love it there. But I hated how long it took for groceries and shopping.
Okay, moving on. We're going to talk about the Greenbrier Ghost today. Back to a paranormal podcast.
Apparently, I know about it.
We're going to see.
I feel like didn't I say that? I was like, I recognize it.
Yeah, you said it like 3 times tonight. But
go.
Our story is going to start in 1876 with the birth of Elva Zona Heister. Heister. She was born in Greenbrier, West Virginia, to Jacob Heister and Mary Robinson. I feel like so many things are in West Virginia that we're covering right now.
West Virginia. You're going to finish it with me?
I forgot the words.
Mountain Mama,
take me home.
We have been doing Country Roads.
Country Road.
My God.
John Denver.
John Denver's full of shit. But wasn't it not? No, I thought it was, who did I think it was before? It wasn't John Denver.
It wasn't John Denver. But I don't know. Listen back.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, you said Kenny Rogers.
But it was John Denver.
And I probably said Kenny G. And that's just not it at all.
And that's where we spiraled.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to West
That's
Virginia.
what it does. So Elva went by her middle name of Zonia. Zona? Z-O-N-A. I'm going to say Zona.
I do know this. Why do I know this?
Mm-hmm. Not much is known about her life growing up, but we do know that she was fairly close to her family, as I think most in that area.
We didn't do this already?
No, we didn't. The time was. I have not written this episode until now.
Okay, continue. Why do I know it?
Because you've talked about it.
Oh! I listened to a podcast about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, continue.
Not our podcast, apparently.
I know this one. I know this one. Okay. It was on my list of if I was going to do one.
Sorry, I took it.
Bitch.
I know.
It's fine. You do a way better job than I do.
Let's
be honest. We all have our strong suits.
Do you want to do the Australian bunyip?
I mean, sure, but you could do it.
Or the one that Skittlebutt is going to come on with us? That's not it.
Sausage.
Yep.
Porridge. I'm sorry about that. Your name's not Skittlebutt.
There's so many different names.
Sausage. It's a sausage. Sausage.
Hot dog?
No.
Okay. So I did find an article that she had given birth out of wedlock with a man named George Wooldridge. George didn't have any money or a job and was like unable to support the family. So George claimed that the child wasn't his and left town because you could just do that back then.
Mm-hmm.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, because it had nothing to do. Did you know that the reason, which I always tell all my clients this when I do newborn photography, that babies come out looking like their dads
you just told
majority
me
of the
this.
time? Did I tell you that?
You told me this.
I did.
Not long ago.
Is because back in these days, they could claim like non-paternity or whatever. And so like genetically,
They got to look like daddy.
yeah, they have to look like daddy to like help. It's like a genetic thing that they will come out looking more like the father. Even if they end up looking like the mom long term, for the most part, newborns come out looking like their dad so that it's like in our whatever makeup so that dads will claim them.
Interesting.
Isn't that wild?
I'd have
That
to
was
go
like
back
science.
and look at all of my children. They all resemble me.
I feel like mine too. I feel like mine look very feminine and
Well, they're all girls.
well, there's little turned up noses and no big eyebrows yet.
Yet.
Anyways, they all have hair.
I mean, she said it, not me, Tex.
I have to cut that.
You don't. So I didn't find any documentation or reports of a baby beyond birth.
Okay.
So I don't know if she gave the baby up for adoption, if she lost the baby.
Mm-hmm.
No idea. But that is what was said, that she gave birth out of wedlock. And so that kind of back then put like a scorn on you.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah.
In 1896, when she was 20 years old, she met a blacksmith named Erasmus Stribling Trout Shoe. I mean, with a name like that.
That is a name.
Mm-hmm.
That's a name if I ever heard one.
He was born in 1861 or 1862. So he was like 35 or 36 when Zonia was 20.
Okay.
So
I mean, still legal ages.
it's legal age. And back then that wasn't totally unheard of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not totally unheard of now.
No, it's not. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, at the time, it is less to do with like the, what, if you will, a love match. It's a match
It's a
of
business
like,
transaction.
yeah, pretty much is
Yeah.
what that is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my mom and stepdad are 10 years apart. My mom robbed the cradle, if you will. Cougar. My stepdad came in and took on 3 children when he was like 34 years old. 32? Something like that.
You go, Bill. By the way, Bill and I still need to have a drink together on the boat.
Okay, well, let's tell him soon. Or we should finagle Bill to go up with us to that haunted bar. He'd go with us. Bill would go with us in a heartbeat. He'd love that shit.
Papa Bill.
Yeah, it's Papa Bill.
Papa Bill.
Papa. Yeah.
Papa Bill. I have a request. Anywho. Okay, where are we? So Mary, who's Zona's mother, did not like this man at all. But she didn't really know why. She just had like a feeling.
Mother's instinct.
Mhm.
Yep.
And she didn't want her daughter to be with him. But we all know how much control we have over our daughters.
Yeah, tell them don't do something and they're going to do
Guess what? They're going to do it. So at this point, Mary didn't know why she was having that feeling about Erasmus, but it was later discovered that she was spot on. So unbeknownst to them, he was married twice before. His first wife divorced him after he abandoned her and their small child. And his second wife, who was just 16 at the time, so he was in his early 30s and she was 16. So she died when he claimed to have accidentally dropped a brick on her head when he was making repairs to their roof.
Accidentally
Dropped a brick on her head.
Yeah.
When he met the Heister family, he was going by the name Edward. So thank goodness I'm going to go with Edward. I can't keep saying Erasmus this whole time.
I mean,
It's a stupid name and I hate
Erasmus.
Erasmus.
That's a terrible name.
Terrible name.
Sorry, anybody who's named Erasmus.
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 Yeah. So Zonia said that she wanted to marry Edward and her mother was super against it. So what happened?
She married him.
They eloped. Zona ran off with Edward and got married in November of 1896. She wore a high-collared burgundy dress that her husband picked out for her. Remember that, a high-collared burgundy dress.
Okay.
Zona took Edward's name and became Elva Zona Heister Shoe. Zona took Edward's name shortly after their marriage in January 1897. Shortly after they got married, Zona began to get sick, and it was suspected that she may have already been pregnant, which is what led to them getting married so quickly.
Okay.
On that morning, she was laying in bed, and Edward left his blacksmith shop and went to a nearby house, like a neighbor's house. And he asked the young son of the house to run up to his home and ask his wife if she wanted anything from the store. So the boy did as he was asked and ran up to the house. When Zona didn't answer, he opened the door and went in. And the boy found Zona laying on the floor dead.
Mm-hmm.
He ran back and got Edward, and they called for the doctor, and they went up to the house. When the doctor had arrived, Edward had already been there. Like, he had gotten to the house first before the doctor got there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was cradling Zona's head in bed, crying. The doctor met them there and tried to resuscitate Zona, but was unsuccessful. And so the doctor began to try to examine her body, but Edward got real irritated really fast. And he requested that the doctor, quote, make no further examinations of the body.
And at this time, you could do that. You were the husband. You would.
You were the husband. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that kind of thing still goes on to this day. There is a case. Have you heard of the Micah Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Like where that abusive priest husband, and she supposedly killed herself, but there's so much stuff coming out about it, and he had her body cremated so fast because they were legally married, and he could. Even though they were separated, she had a restraining order, but because
wasn't she super young?
So it's basically he was married. She started nannying for their family at like 14, and then got married to him at 18. And he would like literally make her. He'd pick up homeless people, and make homeless people do stuff to her and him.
No.
Yes, like really bad. Like it's like the most horrific things you've ever heard. And so there's so many things about it that are so messed up, but he had her body cremated so fast they can't. And he had an in with the sheriff's office. Like, I mean, I don't know if anything will ever come of it, but I really pastor.
Yeah, pastor.
Different.
Okay. Irritated. The doctor was a little bit puzzled by Zona's clothing because when he arrived to the house, it seemed that she had been changed into a high-collared burgundy dress, the same dress that she got married in. She also had a scarf around her and a veil that was kind of looped and wrapped into a large bow
on her neck.
At her neck.
Weird.
The cause of death at first was everlasting faint due to the possibility of her being pregnant. And everlasting faint is what they would call it. Basically, you died because of pregnancy.
Probably like a ectopic pregnancy or like something where
where you passed out because you were pregnant. It was later changed to death in childbirth, even though she wasn't anywhere near that.
It's so many things.
Pre-eclampsia. And back then, you have no idea.
Placenta previa.
If she was pregnant, she would not even have been halfway. She would have been very early on.
That's why I'm saying, like, ectopic is probably a strong chance because you have you bleed internally and
they
die.
Just figured it was
related to that. Yeah.
I had a friend whose mom passed out once, and they brought her to the emergency room, and she had an ectopic pregnancy, and it completely burst her fallopian tube because the egg implanted in her fallopian tube and started growing.
Yeah.
And like she almost died.
Yeah.
That's just being a woman is so scary because you have no idea.
Especially in pregnancy. It's like the most susceptible time of your life.
Yeah. And it's just so common that you have babies that kind of it's like nonchalant, like, oh, those pains and everything they're normal, and you just don't know.
Well, until you are pregnant and you start like being like, oh, these are my symptoms, and you like Google them and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like, what the fuck? Because so many things can like you don't realize, like being itchy all over, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So, like you having swollen feet, you could die. Like there's so many things.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. So she was buried in 1897 at the local Methodist cemetery, and no charges were brought up against Edward. It was said that Edward was out of his mind with grief and would not leave Zona's side, always cradling her head and holding a pillow to the side of her face and a sheet that shrouded her. And he wouldn't leave. None of this sat well with Mary Heister, Zona's mother, who was convinced that there was something more behind her daughter's death. When she was told that Zona had died, she said, quote, "The devil has killed her." After the funeral, Mary took the sheet off her daughter that her husband had been using to like shroud her. And she tried to give it to Edward, but he refused to have it. So she took it home and began to wash it, and the water ran red and smelled horrible. So that tells me that it didn't say what color the sheet was, but that tells me that it wasn't white.
Like a black sheet.
Yeah, like a darker sheet that you wouldn't have seen blood on. So this concerned Mary, but she realized that the sheet wouldn't wash out, and it was now like discolored, and it was just continually running red or pink. She knew that Edward had something to do with her daughter's death, but she had no way of accusing him. Like, you know something with your kids.
Right,
you just know. But if you don't have evidence, what are you supposed to do? She was said to have prayed every night for her daughter to return to her and tell her the truth of her death, of what happened. And then one night, Mary was asleep in her bed and was woken up by a bright white light appearing in her bedroom, but it faded away. The next night, she was awoken again. But this time, instead of a bright white light, it was Zona in her bedroom. Mary said it was not that Zona appeared in like a wispy, translucent form, but she looked like she was flesh and bone standing next to her mom's bed. Mary touched her and said that she was cold to the touch, but she could, in fact, touch her. Like,
wild.
She was skin and bone.
Yeah.
For the next 3 nights, Zona appeared to her mother in the same form and told her that what had happened to her the night she had died. I want you guys to know that this comes into court, and this is held up in court.
It is also, can I say the thing? It is the...
Say it.
Well, I don't know if I should. It gives up it's the first time and only time that a ghost has like proven their case.
In a certain way. We're going to get to it.
Yeah.
But yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. So Zona said that the night before her body was found, Edward came home and got very angry that she hadn't cooked any meat.
What a bitch.
With his dinner. I keep thinking it's like pitch black out there.
No, it's not. Still not.
She said that Edward went into a rage and grabbed her by the throat, choking her. She told her mother that Edward did not just strangle her to death, but he squeezed her neck so hard that he crushed her windpipe, ruptured and tore the ligaments, and broke her neck, snapping it between the first and second vertebrae. Mary obviously was very upset over this, and after the third night when Zona finished the story of how she had actually died, the spirit turned towards the door to walk out. However, as Mary looked on, when Zona, her daughter, got to the door, she stopped and her head turned completely around on her body to show her mother that her neck was broken.
I don't like it.
And her neck was her head was no longer attached.
Huh.
That's creepy.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
That's creepy. So the next morning, Mary went to the police. She was able to convince them to bring up charges against Edward. I don't know how, but she was able to convince them. She testified everything that Zona had told her and accused Edward of murdering her daughter. So she went and she told them this entire story.
Yep.
They began to build a case against Edward and called the family members who had known his first wife, who testified to him being a terrible and violent person. So whatever Mary had said to the police
was enough
for them. Okay, we're going to look into this guy.
Well, you also have to keep in mind back in this time is you're not trusting a woman's word. Women are crazy. They are especially without a husband,
just lost a daughter. You're hysterical.
So whatever happened, which is wild to think that this actually happened this way. And this, I've, heard this story plenty of times that they actually believed her. So whatever she said was so convincing
that they believed her. So they began to build a case against them. The doctor who pronounced Zona dead and found they went and interviewed him. And he was like, something didn't sit right with me about this death. It troubled him. And he said, I was never able to properly examine Zona. And this was because her husband was so grief stricken that I didn't want to disrupt him.
Yeah, because he wouldn't leave the body.
Because he was so sad. He was so sad.
Sounds like it.
So people began to hear what was happening, and numerous people came out to talk about how rotten of a person Edward was. It seemed like they were happy to have something to bring charges up against Edward over.
Mhm.
Like not just people in town, but family. Like the whole community was like, let's get this guy for
Like,
something.
he's a piece of shit. Let's get him fucking gone. Yeah.
So a lawyer was hired and ordered that Zona be exhumed and a proper autopsy take place. This was unheard of, especially in West Virginia. But the order was still granted, and Edward was furious and was said to, quote, vigorously complain. I bet you did.
Mm-hmm.
However, because he was next of kin, he was required to be there when they exhumed Zona's body. He said that he would comply with being there, but added, quote, but they will not be able to prove I did it.
Okay.
Dummy.
Goodbye, Edward.
But Ed's gotta die. Sorry.
Da, na, 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 na. What was your Instagram story you posted that I laughed at? You just posted it. And it was something about like...
Oh. I don't even know.
I don't think it's there anymore
if
because
it's
it was...
still there.
But it was something about like...
No, it was like I was taught to be a wife who takes care of their husband and makes him meals and hides the body. And like it was just like the series of events that is funny.
But it was funny because it was like, no, but then it was like, I don't know, has to do with...
Oh, here it is. Here it
Okay,
is.
Thank you.
No offense, but I was raised to, quote, take care of my husband, wash his clothes, clean the house, wear gloves, get rid of the body, and act very sad at the funeral.
Goodbye, Earl. Those black eyed peas tasted all right to me.
We both have very good husbands.
We do.
However, we still understand a woman's journey in this world.
Well, especially one like this. Like
this, right?
You know, I always say that I'm very proud that my daughters know every word of that Goodbye Earl song. If you don't know, it's by the Chicks.
The Dixie Chicks.
Well, formerly Dixie Chicks. They're now just the Chicks.
Oh, see, I didn't. I wasn't hip to that.
Because Dixie is apparently like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But none of that matters. But I was proud that my girls know that song word for word.
Excellent.
Because if they get an Earl...
We're going to be there with the shovels.
Goodbye. Not shovels. I got my ways. I already got it figured out.
We're just going to let her do that?
I already told it on here before. And I can't do it now because people on the interwebs will hear about it.
Okay, we're going to keep that to ourselves.
Chain link fence with some crabs. They eat everything. Gone. About bottom of the ocean. Near where, the crabs are.
You really thought this through.
It's just a long story.
Jokey. So on March 9th, they exhumed her body and brought it to a schoolhouse in town to perform the autopsy. They had the lawyer, the doctor, some neighbors, and law enforcement. The neighbors were there to actually dig up the body, and at first they refused because this was like such a stigma of the area. Remember, we're in West Virginia.
But also in like what, 1800s?
Mm-hmm.
That all of that is
It's
a stigma. All of that is
a
not
lot.
done.
So, but they were threatened to be prosecuted if they didn't comply, so they started digging.
They did it.
First, they examined Zona's stomach for poison and then checked her vital organs in her chest and abdomen. Edward was said to be whittling wood the entire time and pacing around the room. Fun. One observer said that, quote, when Dr. Knapp, who was the doctor performing the autopsy, was working around Mrs. Shue's head, I could see Edward Shue was getting more nervous. His whittling was not so good.
Wasn't a good whittler.
So not
Note,
only...
add it to the list.
Like-
Not a good whittler.
Yeah, you suck, dude.
Bad husband, bad whittler.
Bad whittler.
Under pressure.
So, quote, suddenly the doctor turned to Mr. Preston, who was the lawyer, and they whispered together for a few moments. Then Mr. Preston turned to Edward Shue and said, quote, well, Shue, we have found your wife's neck to be broken. Shue's head dropped. A change came over him, and I can't complain, but it certainly proved his guilt to me. The Pocahontas Times reported that on the...
That tells you when the Pocahontas Times.
That's what it was called, the
Damn.
Pocahontas Times.
Yeah.
On the throat were the marks of fingers indicating that she had been choked.
But how long after she was buried? This must have been soon enough to see marks on her skin without...
I mean, it was
like,
winter.
So maybe, yeah, that's true. Okay,
so
all right.
This was in January, like late January when she died, and they exhumed her in March.
Like an ice box.
Yeah.
Preserved her.
So fingers, the neck was dislocated between the first and second vertebrae,
Like she told her mama.
and the ligaments were torn and ruptured. The windpipe had been crushed at the point in front of the neck. So she was arrested right then and there, and they began the journey to the jail. However, they made a pit stop at Edward's house, in which he cooked the whole party breakfast.
Okay. Why?
They were hungry,
And he was like, just come over for breakfast.
I guess.
I'm being arrested, but I'll make you guys breakfast.
I mean, was there meat involved? Because apparently that's a deal breaker.
meat. There better been bacon.
Oh, I do love some bacon.
I fucking love bacon.
I'm at the point in my family of 6, mind you, where I have to cook 2 packs of bacon.
Oh, we're not there yet.
We're there.
I get real mad when Tex makes breakfast for dinner and he only like cooks not all of the bacon, but like some of it. And
No, you have to cook you have to cook the entire pack.
And I'm like, do you know who I am? Bacon is like a food group.
I mean, my littlest is the biggest culprit.
Oh.
I will never forget. We were moving back from Texas, and we decided it was a good idea to just not tell anybody that we were driving back from Texas. And we got stuck in a snowstorm driving into Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug, my husband, called his grandparents who lived in southern Vermont at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, this is the situation. We have a little 2007 Rabbit, VW Rabbit. We're not going to make it in a blizzard in Vermont. Can we come spend the night? Obviously, Grandma and Grandpa said yes.
Yeah.
So we get there. By the way, side note, blizzard, VW Rabbit, filled to the brim with the dog, up a hill in Springfield, Vermont. Who do you think got out and pushed the car?
You.
It was me.
It was you.
It was me. In a blizzard at night. So anyway, we get there. And, as all good grandparents do, they cook breakfast the next morning.
Of course.
And I will never forget this. There was bacon and there was one piece left. And Doug's grandpa, who was the sweetest man on the planet, looked down and then looked at Doug. And Doug looked down and then looked at him. And it was like this stalemate. And I'm just watching this
Like, who's getting the bacon?
Grampy got it. As he should.
Fair enough. I feel like there is a bacon hierarchy.
There was. And
There should be.
Grandpa knew it.
Well, I feel like in my life there should be a bacon hierarchy, and my kids should back the fuck off because
They won't.
Well, I know, but bacon.
Let's be real. Olive in our house gets all the bacon.
Olive would not stand a chance in my house. I would fuck her up. Just kidding. I love your child. No, but that's bacon is literally my favorite thing ever.
So good.
Bacon.
Have you ever made like candied bacon with a little bit of brown sugar?
Oh yeah.
My gosh.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
Jenna gets hot or sweet and spicy bacon from QFC. QFC, she made it the other morning. And God damn it, I wish I have a video of it somewhere where we spent the night at my parents' house last weekend. And Booker, my nephew, is standing on a bar stool, like at my parents' like kitchen counter, and everyone's singing, do the bacon dance, do the bacon dance. And he's doing the bacon dance for bacon, butt naked at the kitchen counter. And Jenna would put a piece in his mouth, and then she gave him some hot and spicy bacon, or hot and sweet bacon is what it's called. It's not actually that spicy, but he's like, and he ended up eating it. But the bacon dance.
You make the bacon wrapped like little smokies
with brown sugar.
Oh my goodness.
Anything with everything. So I have a theory in life. Everything is better with butter and bacon. Everything.
Boobies, whatever.
And
please
boobies.
cut that. Please cut that. Okay. So they made breakfast.
Bacon.
So then afterwards, they took Edward to jail, where he was held without bail for first-degree murder of his wife, Zona Heister Shue.
After making everyone breakfast.
While in jail, Edward threatened to kill himself, and he was said to rant and rave while awaiting the trial.
Whatever. He was a fucking narcissist. He would never kill himself.
No. So prosecutors had him, but they still had to make sure that they had evidence enough. And after all this was started, I mean, it was spectral evidence, which was not admissible. And that hadn't been admissible since the 1600s after the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
So Edward had told another inmate that the case would never stand up in court and that he would get out and hope to marry 7. This came out during trial. So yes, when you say narcissist, I do believe that this man was a narcissist.
A full-blown one. Like he thought he could get away with anything.
So the prosecutors kept things to facts in the case, including the testimony of several people who had told them how Edward refused to let anyone near the body at the wake or the funeral, as well as her like stiff collar and the bow tie around it. Nobody saw her neck after she died.
Yeah.
Not even the doctor. The prosecutor knew that he couldn't use spectral evidence, but made sure to start the rumor mill in town. So that was very smart of him. So, like I said, spectral evidence was prominent like before the Salem witch trials, but those convicted because of the in the Salem witch trials, they were convicted because of the testimonies of the young girls,
right,
who said like they were making the devil do things to them and all this stuff. And so shortly after that, it was declared inadmissible because there was a lot of shame. Actually, I swear that skeleton moved.
It did because I hit it with my arm.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure, at least.
We have it on
I
video.
don't know, you guys. Maybe we'll have to go back and look at that because maybe I did it, but I saw it moved and I thought I hit it. I think I went like that, but I honestly don't know.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
All right. So, yeah, spectral evidence, not admissible. So the prosecutor did not have Mary Heister on the stand, but everyone already knew her story because he made sure that it spread. The defense team tried to say that there were explanations for the broken neck, from jostling the body in dressing to placing Zona in her coffin to carrying the coffin in the wagon. And then they talked about what led to them exhuming the body, which was Mary Heister's visit by her deceased daughter. So the defense decided that they were going to put Mary Heister on the stand, and they wanted to find fault in her story to prove that she was lying. So here's how the testimony went. Question: I have heard that you had some dream or vision which led to the postmortem examination. Answer: they saw enough themselves without me telling them. It was no dream. She came back and told me that he was mad that he didn't have no meat cooked for supper. The defense was said to be ruthless and mock Mary, obviously, but she knew this was going to happen. But she was said to have held her head up high and stick to her story, never faltering. You do whatever it takes for your kid.
1,000%. You die for my kids. I don't give a fuck. I will do
anything. The next day, Edward was called to the stand. So Shue was on stand all Tuesday afternoon. This is a quote from one of the papers. He was given free rein and talked at great length. He was very minute and particular in describing unimportant incidents. He denied pretty much everything said by the other witnesses, said the prosecution was all spite work, entered a positive denial of the charge against him, vehemently protested his innocence, calling God to witness, admitted he had served a term in the pen jail, declared that he dearly loved his wife, and appealed to the jury to look into his face and then say if he was guilty. His testimony, manner, etc. made an unfavorable impression of spectators. And that was from the Greenbrier Independent in 1897. So they weren't buying it.
No.
They weren't buying it. His whole hymn was already sullied. In town.
And
everything.
he fucking did it.
And he did it. So they ended the trial and the jury deliberated for less than an hour. They returned with a guilty verdict. It was said that Edward boasted about how they'll never catch him. It was said that Edward boasting in jail and around town that how they'll never catch him was part of the determining factor in his guilty verdict.
Yep.
So Shue was sent to the West Virginia State Prison in Moundsville, West Virginia. 3 years later, an illness spread through the prison, and unfortunately, he died.
Whoops.
In 1999, D. Letcher Lyle wrote a book called The Man Who Wanted 7 Wives, The Greenbrier Ghost and the Famous Murder Mystery of 1897. And in her book, she recounted the trial and story of Zona's murder and said that Mary probably made the whole ghost story up in order to compel people to talk to get access to an exhumation. She said, quote, Mary knew Edward was clever, unprincipled, and persuasive. If he'd murdered once, he could do it again. Perhaps she feared that if no one validated her accusations, Edward would prove extremely dangerous. So pretending to receive the news directly from Zona, she could appeal to the superstitions of her mountaineer neighbors and get a lot of public attention. As it turned out, she didn't need a ghost story because she was convicted, according to every account, strictly on earthly considerations without an unearthly ghost.
So I totally that's validated 100%. Like no matter what she did, whether it was real or not.
Like you said, she was a woman.
Yeah, that no 100%.
All right.
The only thing that makes me be like, how did she know what vertebrae was broken and what
She could have made a very educated guess.
could have.
Mm-hmm.
Could have.
Could have. Maybe she knew. Maybe there is something that she had witnessed, perhaps.
Yeah, that's so true. There's
anything.
so many things that, but also like, how would she know what vertebrae? Like, how did she know her windpipe was crushed?
Yeah.
How did she know it was like definitely your neck if this was something that happened? Like, there's so many things, but also like she said, also could be just that she was like, but also that's such a whim to be like, they're going to believe that a ghost told me that, because that's, I feel like, which territory? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're past the witch trials at this point, but it's still the mountainous Appalachia.
So people believe they're already experiencing supernatural
They
shit.
already have supernatural stuff.
Mhm.
I think Mary was a very clever woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew what to do and what to say to get people talking
Mm-hmm.
and to get people to listen to her, aside from you're just a stupid grieving mother.
Yeah, and like the version of the story we hear, like she said specifically like what vertebrae were broken and da da da. That also could have been changed through time. Like
It
where
could
she
have
didn't
been.
say that and said
Yeah.
like she had a broken neck
Yeah.
and she just like guessed it because like he wouldn't let people near her and she's like, fuck that.
She knew.
She knew something. I mean, it's a mother's intuition, you know.
And then she just probably observed, why can't I get near my daughter? Why can't everybody? Why is he holding her neck? Why is she shrouded? Why the high collar neck?
Why is she in the dress she got married in today? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and she was a clever woman, but she also knew that nobody would listen to her just being a grieving mother.
A clever woman. She was just fucking smart.
Yeah.
She was someone who was
But back then, a woman wasn't smart.
new.
So she had to play the game in order to get what she wanted.
So she was double fucking smart.
So she did.
We would have liked her.
Oh, we would have been friends with Mary.
Definitely. Mary fuck shit up.
Heck yeah. So this story has gone down in history as the first ghost to prove its own death.
Yeah.
Did that actually happen? No, because prosecution never actually used the story. It was the defense that brought this all up. But it still worked.
It also makes a good story.
It's a great story.
It makes a great story.
The Greenbrier Ghost has been made into 4 stage plays, and there's been numerous books based off of this story, as well as TV shows, operas. Like there's so much based after this story. It's a good one.
I like to think that Zona came back and told her mom a couple things and then she ran with it. But also if her mom's just an amazing mom and just was like, I'm not fucking settling for this, then that's great too.
Or her mom did have, like, okay, you and I both are very open about how we are more sensitive, right? Have you and I ever had a spirit sit down and tell us XYZ?
No. Have you ever been able to like flesh touch a spirit?
No.
That's the part where
we can sit there and we get impressions of things. Maybe Mary just got that and she played to her audience. She did what she needed to do. She told the story she needed to tell.
Which I feel like as women, we are like, that's in our DNA, is learning how to play to an audience, because it's like what we've had to do for centuries to be able to be heard or like have anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I tell my kids all the time, you have to learn how to talk to people and you have to learn how to talk to individuals because everybody has perspectives that are completely different. I'm not asking them to change themselves for other people, but I'm asking them to understand other people enough to figure out how to communicate.
That is 100% the truth. Yeah.
Sometimes I hate myself for doing that.
Well,
but you have to.
Part of it.
Bob!
I feel like it's just us talking and it
is
shakes
us
him.
talking. But Bob has moved multiple times during this podcast.
He looks super happy
He
about
does.
it.
Hi, Bob. Please stop staring at me. Could you close your mouth? Close your mouth.
Oh my God, Bob.
Thank
Get
you,
it,
sir.
Bob, get it together.
Get it together.
There he goes. Get it better.
Oh, man. Now he's looking at you. Nope. Now he's looking at our audience.
Fucking Bob, what a pervert.
So I love this story, not because it's a spectral evidence, it's a ghost story, all of that stuff. Bad guy goes away. I love it because it's a mother who did whatever the hell she had to do to get justice for her daughter.
Have you ever seen the things like where they interview moms and they're like, would you kill for your child? And
the people that hesitate, I'll never understand.
I don't get that either. I will die for my children and I will kill for them. If it comes down to it.
Whatever needs to happen.
Obviously, I'm not just going to go kill someone willy-nilly for no fucking reason. But if it's a situation and it's like comes to protecting them, if I were to have to like...
If it's them or someone else,
1,000%.
There's no choice.
No.
There's no hesitation.
I wouldn't even fucking bat an eye.
No.
Well, I probably would. I'd probably be like, fuck, but I'd do it. 1,000%.
I don't know. I think when it comes down to it, you're just going to do whatever it takes, heat of the moment. You know how like you think back on something and it's like, oh, that was really scary. But when you're in the moment, you act.
No, you do. You like almost black out and it just what happens.
You do what you need to do and you break down after.
I put myself in the position of this one 911 call that I hear all the time online. And it's a mom at home alone with her kids. And someone is like actively breaking into their house, but not like quietly. Like someone's literally outside with, she can see the weapon. She's on the phone to 911. 911 is like, where... like put your kids someplace safe. And she's like, they're in my room. I have them in my closet. The door is shut. I am in my bedroom. Like they're locked away. She's like, I have a gun. I don't want to use it. And the like, she's going back and forth with the 911 operator. And she's like, the person, they know they have a weapon. They don't know exactly what's going on. And she's like, okay, if you see them, she's like, I'm going to shoot them if I see them, but I don't want to do this. And she's like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You need to make it. And you hear the whole thing. She ends up shooting the guy. And then the mom is on the phone and sobbing. And she was like, why me? Why did this happen to me? But like, it's between her and her kids. Her kids are in the closet.
There's
this
no
person
choice.
broke into her house.
Yep.
Then they beat down the door that she's behind. So it obviously wasn't just like a robbery.
Right. There was intention.
Exactly. But like fucking her life, because she killed someone and she's like, that was never, but she's protecting her kids.
And she didn't want to. Now she would take on that burden, that guilt, that all of those emotions to protect her kids. And I think I would do that in a second.
As a parent, we all do that. But yeah, I feel like that story is a good, like, I
mean, we could really go into a whole other argument.
Anywho, all right, back to fun. Megan Raina, you guys.
Yay.
Sorry. Yay. But
happy spooky season, everybody.
Happy fucking spooky season.
I need to find us some chider. Stat.
If you know a good chider, let us know. Also, well, obviously we have the chider that's from Shillings, but like if there's another like
only chider.
Or no, and I've heard of other places.
Guardian of the Galaxy is good.
Yes, but any seasonal ciders, let us know.
Let us know.
And then obviously we are going to be doing the Ording Manor event.
And we're going to be doing a night market in Sumner, Washington.
That one, I think, is just going to be us handing out possibly like stickers and koozies and doing candy.
I think we're going to get some spooky stories during that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll be doing spooky stories then as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe some boo bubbles. Do you remember I said that?
Yes. I want to do some boo bubbles. We need to have a business meeting, maybe over a cider, at a cider house,
or we just go down to Valley Social and then we have a champagne meeting. But they actually have ciders there too.
They do have ciders, and they are the most wonderful lady. What are their names?
Sean,
Melinda.
Their names are Sean and Melinda.
Sean and Melinda, shout out to you because you are absolutely wonderful human beings at the Valley Social in Sumner, Washington.
And they also have, one of them grew up in a haunted house. I think it was Melinda.
So Melinda, I'm going to come and talk to you.
She is already down. And also, we did headshots down there with them, like at their place. I did a headshot for my book and Meg did a headshot for her bookkeeping company. BT Dubs, if anybody needs a bookkeeper, Meg is doing that now. So like, let us know because she's great at keeping books. She's not keeping my books, but she's keeping our books.
I don't want to keep your books.
Well,
too close.
But you keep our books.
Well, I keep our books.
Yeah, she's our bookkeeper.
Book, but not your photography books.
No, I can't let her do that.
No, I don't want to.
It's
weird.
I've been keeping my own books for so long. I need to get someone.
But I keep Lunatic Soup books.
And she can keep yours.
I can keep your books.
She can keep your books, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I know.
Anyways, oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho,
it's bedtime.
Anyways, we're gonna have a cider, talk about all the things, but see us in Sumner, see us in Ording, see us if you're a local. Come hang out with us, you guys. We're a good time.
We'll be making appearances at Witches Night in Enumclaw at the end of October. Possibly doing
That's not the end of October. That's October 12th. That's before the Ording night.
In the middle of October.
So
if you're going to be at Witches Night, come see us. We're not having a booth or anything, but we're going to be there.
And we might be doing the casket races. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to sign us up. Yeah.
100% casket races.
I think we said that at the beginning of this one. Or was that the end of the last one?
I don't know. It all blurs together at this point.
I was offending because I was saying little people.
And I'm not little.
Yeah, you're 5'7". You told me that.
I did.
Why do I think you're shorter than me?
You want to stand up right now?
No, I believe you, but I don't know why in my head I had that you're like 5'4". I'm 5'5.5".
No.
In my head, I just thought you were shorter than me.
All of your high school friends came over and we went in order and it was like Jenna and then Jackie and then me and then you and then
Shannon.
Shannon is very short. We got to go.
All right, you guys, make sure you get yourself some lunatic soup. Maybe not as much as I have had.
And remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic.
Good night.